Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and today I want to show you some cards, but these cards are actually little booklets, and these booklets were inserted in packs of cards back in 1970, made by Topps. And these are actually almost like little mini comic books, and they had actually 24 of these total for the set. There was 24 cards. The cards measured 2.5 by 3 7/16, and it contained again a few Hall of Famers. Mickey Mantle had retired by then, but it does have a lot of the Hall of Famers at the time and a little story about their background and their history and all that. So let's go over each one of these. I'm not going to show the inside of every one, but I'm going to just show you what the booklets look like. This is the Mike Cuellar story. In the back it has the book, the checklist of all of the players, as you can see, all the players in the set. Pete Rose, Ernie Banks, Orlando Cepeda, Willie Mays, Bob Gibson, Reggie Jackson, and a few others. So I'm going to show you all the cards. And briefly, this is what the little book looks like. It's a little comic book. It looks just like a little comic book, and it tells you his history, how he got into the majors and things like that. So these are really, really unique little inserts that I really enjoy collecting because they're inexpensive, but it has a lot of Hall of Fame players in there. So here's the Rico Petrocelli story. That's booklet number 2. Here comes the Jay Johnstone story, booklet number 3. Again, the backs are all the same, different colors on the backs, but they're all just have the checklist on the back. So the next one is the Walt Williams story, and that's booklet number 4. There it is in the back. Walt Williams story, and then again inside, I'm not going to show you all of them, but you can see it talks about them as a major leaguer at age 20 and so on. So tells you about their hobbies, tells you about how they got into the majors and things like that. This is Vada Pinson, booklet number 5, the Vada Pinson story. Now comes Bill Freehand, booklet number 6, Bill Freehand. Number 7 is Wally Bunker. Wally Bunker story. There's the back. I'll get to some of the Hall of Famers. Tony Oliva. I'm gonna spin through that and show you a little bit about Tony Oliva. Shows you when he won batting titles. It's a little comic book. Mini little comic book. Here's the Bobby Mercer story. Now comes Reggie Jackson. Now this is 1970. This is the second year Reggie Jackson. Very undervalued because it's the second year of a little booklet. Here he comes, playing football. Reggie was an All-American running back in high school. Went to Arizona State. Football too tough on his knees, so I started playing baseball, and there's a little book on it. Reggie was the A's #1 draft pick, 1966. And says, I hope to break the home run record someday. So that's the Reggie book. 1970, Reggie Jackson story. Second year Reggie Jackson. Next comes Tommy Harper, book number 11. Mike Epstein, book number 12. And the back's just the same, just a little different color on the back. Here comes Orlando Cepeda, book number 13. A lot of these are going to be off-centered. Just the printing back in those days, everything is off-centered back in those days because these were not really meant to be collectibles. These were meant for people to Look at him, here he is. Lando Cepeda, the baby bull, that was his nickname. And here comes Ernie Banks. That's the Ernie Banks book. These are nice condition because I had these for many years. But, you know, they're going to be off-centered, most of them. And we'll take a look at Ernie Banks, the history of Ernie. 1955, hit 5 Grand Slam home runs. So a little book on Ernie Banks. Pete Rose is next. Pete Rose story. Booklet number 15. All-time hit leader. Has to be in the Hall of Fame eventually. Cannot keep him out every year. And there's a story of Pete. So you can read it a little bit there. I'll try to show you some of the books for the Hall of Famers. There he is, first year with the Reds in 1963. Pete topped the 300 mark the past 5 years. This was 1970. And he was nicknamed Charlie Hustle. Whitey Ford gave him that name. And that's the Pete Rose story. Next is Dennis Menke. There's book number 16. From Houston, Bill Singer. This one's really miscut, like crooked. Bill Singer story in booklet number 17. Here comes Rusty Staub. That's what booklet number 18 looks like with Rusty Staub. And again, I'll tell you a little story about Rusty. Next comes Cleon Jones. Booklet number 19 is Cleon Jones. Darren Johnson, booklet number 20. That's Darren Johnson. And the booklet number 21 is Bob Moose, the pitcher. And that's booklet number 21. See the back. And booklet number 22. It's another Hall of Famer, the Bob Gibson story. And he has an interesting story. We'll go ahead and take a look at Bob Gibson's story because he was a basketball player. He went to Creighton on a basketball scholarship. He also played with the Harlem Globetrotters. Many people don't know that. But he signed with the Cardinals. With the Cardinals. It says his first full year he was 5th in ERA. He's one of the most dominant pitchers. And there's Bob Gibson. The Bob Gibson story. 1969, his ERA was the lowest in history for 300 or more innings. Struck out 17 batters. Opening day, opening game of the World Series. So there's the Bob Gibson story. So I like these. It's a little more than just a card because it tells you the whole story of the player. Here's the Al Ferrara story. And last, but certainly not least, is Willie Mays. Booklet number 24, the last one in this set. And it's probably the best player in the set, Willie Mays. Take a look at Willie. Willie started semi-pro ball when he was 15. You can see all the awards. There's the Willie Mays book. Led the league in triples. He made that incredible catch. The greatest catches ever. Led the majors with 51 home runs and batted .319, 1950-55. And here's the rest. And we all know that this was back in 1970. He was trying to reach reach Ruth, but he didn't quite get to Ruth, but Mays did hit over 600. I think it was 660 home runs in his career. So one of the top home run hitters in all of baseball. So here is the 1970 Booklets insert set that was done by Topps, and were inserted in the packs of 1968 cards. So again, I hope you enjoy this video. I just want to show you some sets and some things that you may not be too familiar with or may not have seen. So this is the Booklets from 1970. Thank you everyone for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe. And again, have an awesome day. And go back and look at some of my previous videos. I think you'll enjoy them. All right, everyone. Have an awesome day. Take care. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye. This is Orlando saying goodbye.